A bill entitled Authorization of Surveillance Devices Act 2013 was introduced and read for the first time in the House of Assembly on February 12th. The legislation would allow the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force to utilize recordings retrieved from the surveillance devices CCTV for evidential purposes in criminal proceedings. Addressing the Standing Finance Committee in December 2012, Acting Commissioner of Police David Morris identified the lack of legislation to authorize the use of the CCTV system as a setback to improving crime fighting. In 2012, 16 of the cameras were installed at strategic locations throughout the territory, and another 13 were expected to be added. The police control room located at the Rotown Police Station is already set up, and the police have been waiting on the enactment of the legislation that would allow CCTV material to be used for evidential purposes and for staffing of the control room. The Authorization of Surveillance Devices Act 2013 was brought to the House by Premier Dr. Orlando Smith. After the Act had its second reading in the House, it will be debated, read a third time, and passed into law. Meanwhile, 6th District Representative Alvaro Maduro Keynes has lashed out at the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, claiming that some locals were denied opportunities to become enrolled members of the force.
Recently has been brought to my attention that several of our own local young men and women have made applications, passed the exam, and still were not hired by the police department. As recent as some time back, a local young man who has a degree, applied for a job, passed the exam, and still was not hired and was not given a good reason why he wasn't hired. And we have been hearing from time to time that all locals doesn't want to be hired, or they go and they don't pass the test. So, Madam Speaker, what I would like is to see a copy of this test that is being administered by the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force to understand why some of our people are not passing, or they say some of our people are not passing. Because a few of them said they have taken the test and have not even heard if they have passed or if they didn't pass. They just never got a response.
Education Minister Myron Walwyn also suggested that the recruitment process employed by the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force is discriminatory.
And if you have young men who want to get involved in the police force, let us try to help them. Sometimes you may have somebody who may come to you for a job. They may not interview very well, but the interview is not the only benchmark. They got some people, Madam Speaker, who born to talk, you know. And when them done talk, that is it. Nothing else happen after that. But you have some people, Madam Speaker, who are quite the opposite. Who are not as eloquent, but they deliver. So you can't judge everything off of an interview and say because somebody didn't interview well, you're not going to give them a chance. You have a 3-month probationary period in which to dismiss them based on labor laws. Yeah. But jobs in the government, the government itself should be leading by example. And it hurts me when I hear that. Another young lady tells me that she interviewed as well, and now she's being told that because she has diabetes, she can't work. She can't go to training school. That's discrimination.
Acting Commissioner of Police David Morris told the December 2012 Standing Finance Committee meetings that young people do not understand that when they join the force, they have to be constables first before moving up the ranks. Constables perform beat patrol duties before they can move into other areas, such as the Crime Scene Investigation Department, an area that many have shown interest in. According to the Acting Police Commissioner, during a 2011 job fair, 32 individuals expressed interest in joining the police service. However, of the 32, only 8 applied to the force, and only 1 was eventually recruited. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force has room for 226 officers, but currently the force is only 209 strong, with 17 vacancies, 11 of which are constable posts.